Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rishabh and in this video we are going to discuss the overall exam experience of CA Final SPOM Set-B, that is your Strategic Cost Management and Performance Evaluation SCMP. In this video, we are going to discuss the overall exam experience of three of my friends who wrote their CA Final SPOM exams, and we will also discuss what was the kind of paper pattern, what was the major chapters that has been asked. Apart from that, what was the major topics from which the questions were being framed. I spoke to them personally and I understood the entire paper pattern. Before starting this lecture, let me tell you and thank you to all the guys who watched the overall exam experience of CA Final SPOM Law. I got more than 23,000 views on that video as on today, and it's only 10 days it's been published. So thanks a lot to all of you. And now let us start without wasting much of time. Now, the first friend whom I spoke and I understood the major marks allocation from him was the majorly marks were asked from these chapters. This is basically your types of performance reports. The topic is types of performance reports. You have to identify what is the type of performance report you are going to issue in this particular case scenario. So this was from chapter number 11, and 6 marks of direct question was asked from this particular topic. The next question was asked from value analysis, primary and secondary activity segregation. That is, you have to segregate primary and secondary activity, chapter number 4, and this was asked for 4 marks in his examination. Before proceeding further, let me tell you, this entire marks allocation is based on memory, and there might be slightly changes like 2 or 5 marks here and there, but most of them it is same. And let us understand that practical question that came in his examination was 40 to 45 marks, whereas the theory questions were the major question in his examination, which were around 50 to 55 marks of theory questions. This includes the case studies also. Now the third question, the third type of question that I understood was from divisional transfer pricing, in which we had to identify at what price we are going to transfer the material to the another division of the same company, and this was a practical question for 10 marks in the examination. Altman's Z-score, chapter number 8, you had to remember what he told me, that he had to remember only the values of x1, x2, x3, and therefore whatever he has to apply the formula and find out the values, and this was asked for 8 marks in his examination. Argenti's A score, point number 5, this was again asked for 8 marks, and I spoke to 3 of these friends, and apart from many of the friends who also told the same thing, that Argenti's A score is kind of a question that is being repeated in the examination, and out of 3 friends I spoke, this question was repeated in 2 friends in the examination, and this came for 8 marks in their examination. So you can understand the kind of importance this chapter, this particular topic is having. Argenti's A score was asked for 8 marks. 6 C's of total quality management, chapter number 2, a case study question was framed from this particular chapter. The next question was again practical question, that was from standard costing, and the practical questions you actually don't remember what was the actual questions, but yeah, there was a practical question that was being asked from this chapter also. Then the next question was from overall equipment efficiency, that is OEE, chapter number 3. A practical question was asked from which you had to identify what is the overall equipment efficiency, OEE, you had to identify. Apart from the components of OEE also you had to identify, and this was asked for 8 marks in the examination. Apart from this, what he told me, that there were some basic questions that was related to PE calculation, that is price to earning ratio calculation, related to contribution margin calculation. So these were kind of some basic questions were asked in examination. And so this was the oral exam experience of one of my friends. Now let us move on to the second exam experience. In this he mentioned the major topics. He really don't remember actually the marks, but still he just identified on my request some of the topics which he was able to recall from the examination. So he told me that some of the questions were asked from standard costing, that is market share variance and market size variance, he had to calculate from the practical question was asked from this chapter. McKinsey's 7S, that is chapter number 8, style, staff, structure, system, skill, strategy. So related to this, a question was asked in his examination. The third point he mentioned was from international transfer pricing. So again, this is a very important chapter, standard costing, transfer pricing. These are kind of chapters from which practical questions are being framed. Blockchain, IoT, robotics, again a question was asked from this also. Manufacturing cycle time efficiency. In the previous friends discussion exam experience, we understood overall equipment efficiency, but in this in his examination, a question was asked from manufacturing cycle efficiency. Then the next question was from 5S, that is sort, set in order the entire this 5S are there, no? So from that also a question was framed. Porter's 5S, chapter number 102, I think, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, from chapter number 102, Porter's 5S, the question was framed from this chapter also. Complex business structure, EVA, economic value added, that we also study in our SFM subject, AFM. Nowadays it is called as AFM. So this is basically another point from which questions are being framed. Performance reports, again here also we understood types of performance reports. Here also in this friend's exam also performance reports related questions was came. Urgency score was in the previous friends also. In the second friends also the question paper consisted Urgency's A score. That is, you can understand that performance reports, Urgency's A score are kind of very very important topics from which questions are being framed in the examination, and you might see some of these questions in your exams as well. Point number chapter third friends exam experience we are going to discuss. He mentioned that lean system related chapter number 3 here, that is availability ratio, performance quality ratio he had to calculate from the case study given in the question, and this was asked for 10 marks in his examination. Decision making, marginal costing, 6 marks of question was asked found in his examination. Again, divisional transfer pricing, standard costing. These are the two major chapters which are being asked in every examination, every friend's question paper. Pricing decision, he has to calculate at what price he is going to transfer the material to the another division. That's why I asked for 4 marks. Performance measurement and evaluation chapter number from this balance scorecard, that's for 8 marks of question from balance scorecard, and organizational structure for 4 marks was asked from this chapter also. Strategic analysis of operating income, this basically chapter consisted of 6 marks in his examination. So this was the overall exam experience of the 3 of my friends whom I spoke, and I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please share it with the other friends also, and this entire PDF you can get in the Telegram channel, the link of which is given into the description. Please do join the channel and please stay tuned for the updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you so much.